need more teams. We need more teams in there.
Facts. And we got, I'm looking here, we got 5 teams within striking distance. The Charlotte Phoenix, formerly known as South State. Welcome to Apex Legends, by the way. Team Liquid with 43, KSC with 42, Space Station with 42, and Wally Catchers with 41. So certainly, if we go to Game 8, that 4 teams could easily turn into 9 teams, which would be the most I think we've had since the preseason invitational. For those that did not watch the preseason invitational tournament, our last LAN tournament, first major international LAN competition that was way back in September or October of 2019. We had 11 teams on match point, and it went, I think, 11 or 12 games. It was absolutely insane. Something tells me we might be in for something similar here unless TSM can close it out. And it looks like we will get a straight north zone again. So a favorable zone again for Complexity. I'm going to be interested to keep my eye out on Complexity as this is a solid zone for them. In the meantime, last time we saw this zone, Solafide had to rotate all the way from Thermal Station. It actually ended up almost winning that game, girl. That was last time we casted together. So expect Solafide to do more of the same here.
Yeah, Solafide has made the rotation before. It wasn't easy the first time, so people might be aware of where they're going to be rotating in. But, you know, TSM, they're going to have that quick rotation in, so they're definitely a contention for getting the win here today. They're looting up. Have they scanned the beacon yet? I'm sure they know they want to rotate as soon as possible and perhaps get a building and survey camp. That would be really good for TSM here.
Yeah, it would be a good situation. You know, TSM's quick to rotate always, especially now with Octane. And they still have the scan that they get available from Bloodhound for some additional recon. They're now working their way to Epicenter. They know that Complexity is nearby, looting up. Counter Logic Gaming, typically splitting Skyhook, and now Skyhook is actually being split 3 ways, as we do see Rare Excellence opting to not go launch site anymore against the Wally Catchers. They go Skyhook, and that's split between Team Liquid, CLG, and Rare Excellence. So a lot of activity up in the north side of the map. Meanwhile, again, quick update for y'all. We do have Sentinels and Charlotte Phoenix splitting Sorting Factory. Charlotte Phoenix only needed 2 kills after dropping 20 the game before. Couldn't get that. They're still at 48 points, girl.
That is super unfortunate, but the game goes on, right? Even though you don't make that 50-point threshold, you know that there are more games coming if those top teams don't make it or don't win the game. So there's always hope for those teams. There's always hope.
That's right. Meanwhile, Space Station Gaming, speaking of hope, showed a lot of hope in our last game. Excited to keep our eyes on them throughout, as Space Station took home a first place spot, their first time playing under the Space Station Gaming banner, who made their re-entry into Apex Legends. Again, a massive welcome to welcome to the return of Space Station Gaming in Apex. We're on board with KSZ now though, another team with potential to reach match point here. They drop Fragment West, and they find themselves a favorable zone as well. Early rotation means they can get a favorable spot. The question is, who can predict where the ring is going to go? Because that is going to be crucial. This late game ring, where is it going to pull? KSC finds himself in a good spot. CLG as well finds himself in a good favorable spot with a favorable zone from them from the Skyhook drop spot that they usually land. And now Space Station, a team that drops on the far west side. They're going to have to make their rotation over. This is a pretty far rotation. Let's go ahead and jump in to elicit in with the winners of our last game at Space Station Gaming.
Shoot on him.
Oh, I just got headshotted. I'm going to die.
Oh,
I have to bat.
I'm shooting for you. Fuck, we're so split.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a team behind us as well. Fuck.
Yeah, we shouldn't have gone tunnel. If you can't just hold tunnel, tunnel. I'll try to catch up. I'll try to get to you.
There's a team on track. They should leave.
Yeah, they should be going to you. Scanning behind us. Careful, Zen. Are you dead?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm fine.
Tunnel. Cracked right, 48 flash.
They're getting shot at. He just got knocked.
They got knocked. Get the finish on the race. Yeah. CLG's back tunnel.
I have port now, but it's because fucking Nadia and them pulled up to the building.
Okay.
I want to try to get the far building.
Okay, look for it. I can walk up and look. Hold on, let me look.
Yeah,
walk up and look.
Walk up with me and scan the port.
I'm in my ult. I don't see anyone in this one. I don't see anyone in this one right now.
Are we going then?
Yes, we need to.
Okay, I'm coming. I have my ult.
No one's in the other building. You need to port for it.
I'm going.
Someone's there. Someone's there.
Can I nade port?
No. Just come. We need to go back up into tunnel.
I think they're just looting.
Are they? Can we take it?
I cracked 175. I'm gonna ult the portal. I'm ulting portal. We should take it. I ulted the doorway.
Okay.
Can we just force in?
I'm forcing in. I just got knocked from fucking. Don't.
We're gonna have to. We're already just dead, man.
Damn it, bro. This team wasn't there, bro. Fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna try to stay alive. Like,
I thought we need to scan everything.
I'm just dead yet.
That's what. Oh, that's why I'm asking you to scan everything.
And there you have it. Getting taken out is Space Station Gaming, an unfortunate rotation, a few things that didn't go their way necessarily, girl, and as a result, they get eliminated from this one.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It would have been better if they, like they said, if they combo the scan with the ultimate, the caustic ultimate, so that they could see where they need to shoot. Unfortunately, he went in blind there, and he got knocked so fast, and they are out of this one, but maybe there's another game yet to come. We don't know yet. 19 squads remaining, and on with Solafide.
That's right. And we take a look at the current standings here. As a quick reminder, it's no longer just about match point, right? Your placement matters. Your points matter because every single placement means additional prize money, right? So Solafide was 72, TSM was 65, CLG with 54, NRG with 52. Every single spot's going to make a difference. Of course, you could have 52 points. NRG right now could get a match win, and that's all that they did, and they take home first place over everyone else. Even if Solafide gets 20 kills this game, Solafide will still get second place. But every placement after that first match point matters for placement, matters for additional prize pool. So keep a close eye on those standings on the right side of your screen and throughout because they'll make a difference.
They will indeed. Yep. And now we're on board with CLG. They've been in the tunnel for pretty much the whole game. They've gotten this spot really early on. And unfortunately, they have a white armor still left on Vaxlon. So once it comes to the late game, if they still have whites and blues, it might not be looking too good for them, but most likely when the game goes on, they'll be able to get some shots off, get those Evo shields up. It's really important to have a long-range weapon and a short-range weapon, hence why you see like a scout paired with a Volt, because you always want to have those long-range weapons to poke, level up those Evo shields, and perhaps get a knock from a far distance, because that could equate to 1 kill point, and it's so important in these kind of tournaments.
Good perspective as always from girls. We take a look at Solafide making a max rotation and taking some storm damage. Not a great situation for Solafide. They find themselves actually storm chasing in the storm fight right now within the ring. Not sure who they're fighting up against. Might be Wally Catchers, might be Peanut Butter Sandwiches who drop at tree and launch site. But nonetheless, Solafide finds himself in a tough situation. A little late to rotate for Solafide all the way from Thermal Station. Usually you see them rotate a little bit quicker. But we'll see if they will take this fight. This is an interesting one, as one of our 4 match point teams finds himself under some duress.
Yeah, I don't see why this is necessarily necessary, but I think they're going to back off right now. They don't need the kill points, but they are trying to secure themselves at least a second place and perhaps a first place. I guess they find themselves like that they have nowhere else to be. They want to get a team out. Oh, and they wanted to scan the beacon. That's right. So they're scanning the beacon. They push that team off of them so they can scan the beacon so they know where the next zone is. So they're going to get that, and then they're going to have to rotate. They got some time. They got over a minute and a half, so they've got time.
Just quickly checking out Complexity, and not much going there. They are on the far north side of the map, and this is what you'd expect. They drop on the north side of the map, kind of uncontested, and seem to be in a bit of a standoff here against a Bloodhound team, and it's actually going to be KSZ. KSZ knows that they're there. Complexity knows that KSZ is there, and as a result, you won't see too much action here. I don't think they're going to necessarily take this fight as of now. They're just looking to get some poke in, maybe level up their Evo shields. We got to keep an eye on some additional teams here. Complexity, one of them that's far down the standings in 12th with 33 points. But you heard T-Squared say it. All it takes is one first-place game with 5 kills, and that will be enough for them to qualify through. That's an 18-point game right there, and that'll be enough to get match points. So 5-kill win for Complexity, a favorable ring. That certainly is possible. As we're now back on board of Solafide. You hit the nail on the head, girl. They perfectly waited for that additional zone scan so they can see exactly where the late game is going to be, and now expect Solafide to play this much like they did Game 5. They're just going to slowly walk their way in, continue to play edge, avoid fights, and try to make it to late game.
It looks like they're taking a different route, though. So this time they're taking the skyhook route, so they'll be rotating in a lot differently than the first time they went. And maybe they got some additional zone knowledge, and they want to take it in from the tunnel side. And if they do take it in from the tunnel side, they're definitely going to be encountering CLG.
Yeah, we know CLG dropping skyhook. Currently posting up within tracks. We see CLG on screen right now. 3 squads already eliminated from this one, and I'm not sure which of the 3 squads they are entirely. We'll, of course, keep our eye on that team tracker that shows up on screen every once in a while and keep you all up to speed. But I don't know if Charlotte Phoenix and Sentinels ended up fighting in the early game over at Sorting Factory. I missed it in the kill feed. That's crucial because we know that Charlotte Phoenix only needs 2 kills to get match point. They didn't get it last game because they're 50-50 in their fight. And I'm not sure if they got taken out yet here.
They're out. Yep,
here
they're out. They got one
Yep,
kill.
good call. Ooh, that's heartbreaking. 1 kill in 15th place would have done it. If they got 1 kill in either 18th, 19th, or 20th, they will not have enough. They're going to be at 49 points, and you wonder if they should still drop Sorting Factory. 50-50 is never going to help you out necessarily. As here we go, Solafide finds a couple kill points here on Rare Excellence over in Skyhook. They make the max rotation through Skyhook on the north side of the map and find themselves a few KP.
Yeah, they're pretty confident for a team that has been on match point for a little while. They don't care if anyone knows where they are. I believe they just want to just destroy everyone in their path. They want to get all the kills that they can and make it to end zone as they normally do. They don't care that they don't need points. They're going to play this normally. This is a game of Apex. They're going to take out everyone in their path and they're going to go for that win once again.
And Blur's looking for some additional meds, as he's going to be in this circle for quite some time. Still has to recover his teammates' banners and then get the revive. You might see Rare Excellence back and returned in this game, but they might not be in the best situation loot-wise unless they can get their loot boxes. Solafide those, not going to necessarily worry about one last rat. They're going to make their way up on a rotation, and SF finds himself in a pretty decent spot. Always playing edge, always playing ring. They're comfortable there. They like that position. They like that style of play. It fits them really, really well. 3 controller players. If you're a controller player yourself and looking for a team to be a fan of an ALGS, well, let me tell you, Solafide is the definition of a team that grinded and had to work their way to the top. Started off as amateur players playing on console, switched to PC, faced a lot of adversity. I actually interviewed Resulta a couple weeks ago and got to learn about the adversity, how much they struggled early on. Every single tournament, they placed better and better and better until they've now cemented themselves as a top 3 team in North America, top 2 team in my opinion, and trying to prove that they are the best team in North America today.
Indeed, and now we're watching TSM. I've seen TSM play these exact train tracks before and they got absolutely wiped. But you know one thing, they learn from their mistakes and they go next. That's the great thing about having experience, tournament experience and scrim experience. So they're going to be fighting in these train tracks and they're actually very confident. Hal is going to go retreat back into the pit. He's going to see a team and oh my beans, the 144 and 72. Snipe down goes down, but they will be able to finish this off and get the fast recovery. That was incredible, getting those angles by Imperial Hal.
Hal is loving this Spitfire buff. I saw my man Onset tweet after one of the last games saying I'm pretty sure Hal's Spitfire is still firing at this point, and it seems never ending. That massive clip. Hal's been putting it to work on Octane, and that's a beautiful flank right there. Heads up play from Hal. Recognizing that the team to his left was under such duress, they'd be healing up, they wouldn't necessarily be pushing, and that's an opportunity to get a flank. Huge play from Hal, showing his inner Halo player right there.
He has been popping off lately, and he definitely deserves all the success that he's come to with Apex Legends and his stream and his career. So congratulations to him. Hopefully they aren't contesting to win, so this could be their game here.
Yeah, meanwhile, speaking of a game that could be potentially there, CLG finds himself in a favorable position. Also at match point. If you're just joining us, we have 4 teams at match point: Solafide, TSM, CLG, or NRG. If any of those 4 teams win, the tournament is over. If you're watching for the first time competitive Apex, let me tell you, welcome to the most hype esport on the market. As we have Apex Legends match point format, which means you got to get to 50 points to be at match point. Once you get to that 50-point threshold, then you can win the tournament. So that means you don't end the game after kind of an awkward lull where one team's been dominating and the 6th game ends and everyone knows that team's going to win. You still got to clutch it out. You got to get a win here. CLG trying to do exactly that. Meanwhile, the kill feed's absolutely lit up as NRG is going to clean up the remaining members of Rare Excellence. You see NRG picking up quite a few.
TSM is absolutely controlling this end zone here. They have a perfect spot. They just have to make sure they watch all angles because they don't have to go anywhere. They're in the zone. Now we're moving on with Solafide. They have to move quite far. And CLG actually madness. 50 health, but he gets the armor swap just in time. He's going to go for the med kit before he picks his armor back up and heals it. And oh no.
That's going to be Alberlelli of Team Liquid finally taking out Resulta. One member of Solafide down. It's going to be Alpha Gentrifying and Designful. The two kill and damage leaders, respectively, of the winner circuit. Designful, the kill leader, Gentrifying, the damage leader of the entirety of the Apex Legends Global Series winter circuit across all 4 of the tournaments that led to this point here. And then we got Nathan, one of the damage leaders right now, and MVP, in my opinion, of the autumn circuit just a few months ago. Nathan, one of the best individual players in all of North America. We'll see if NRG can close this out. But you're right, girl. I think TSM's in a very good position right now. CLG finds himself in a good position as well. And NRG has to make a rotation. Not as great of a spot as the former 2 teams. But we'll see what they can do on the rotation. Between CLG and TSM, we might have a winner after this game, girl.
We might indeed. Now looking at it, there's just so many of our top teams that have great spots. CLG has a lot of loot, and they almost have their armors maxed out. They're in a really good position. Solafide trying to get their revive off. Teams are nearby, and they see that respawn beacon coming down. Designful's still going to go for it, even though Gentrifying got hit for so much. They're still gonna go for it. It's all or nothing here. I remember SF posting on Twitter, if you don't get first, you're just last.
I think Ricky Bobby also said that. Or something along those lines. Shout out to Solafide and Ricky Bobby here. They're gonna get the revive through. And Resulta will be back in game here. Needs to try and loot up. It's gonna be a little bit shambles for him for some time until he can find a loot box or the like. But Solafide finds himself back in position. They're actually in zone. And somehow this location is actually no longer taken. This is where we saw Space Station die earlier. Solafide feel like they're picking the litter here between the 2 locations to post up in.
Prodigy Aces, Joey Blackout both went down. CLG just looking over everything, trying to get as much damage as they can, trying to ensure that every team dies in this survey camp area. If everyone dies here, less squads for them to fight late game. PB Sandwiches fighting underneath the building. Sauce doesn't have armor. Bowser doesn't have armor either. They're going to opt to heal with some shield cells as they may not have batteries here. So they're going to slow heal. Darkstar comes down. They're going to dodge it for now, but there's so many teams around them applying that pressure.
NRG finds himself in the fight here. Great shots can be put in from Nathan. That's the damage that he puts out. And just like that, NRG survives, stays alive. We'll be in a good position on that rotation. We questioned whether or not they'll be able to make the rotation through. They had to earn it. They had to win that fight and that skirmish. And now NRG, CLG, and TSM all alive. All 3 of them at match point. It looked like Solafide did get taken out. So goodbye and good night to Solafide. They're just going to have to pray that none of these 3 teams win it here.
CLG is still alive with the high ground, but they aren't in the most favorable position. TSM, they are owning the tracks. They should be able to find a spot for this next zone. NRG taking out. Oh my goodness, they've definitely got a lot of points this game. As Sweet is the kill leader right now, going for the finish. He just can't get it off. It's hard with those knockdown shields in the corner, but he is going to get the thirst. Kenny FPS out of the game. They get the armor swap, but the rotation is crucial.
That's right, 6 kills for the shot caller in Sweet. And here we go. We have TSM on top of a perch, currently watching and deciding how they want to push this here, how they want to play this. We have NRG alive, we have CLG alive. It all could potentially come down to this as 3 of our 5 teams remain are at match point. If one of them win, the tournament is over as it currently stands. What a finish it's going to be here in game number 7 as now CLG finds himself taking out one of those squads. 3/4 of the squads remaining, all match point.
Oh my goodness, this is actually insane. CLG is in a constant battle here. They're going to pop the defensive bombardment, but Lou's team is getting pushed. They won't be able to do the damage enough. Vaxlon left on 1 HP. Madness has to cover his teammates. He has to clutch this off to get this tournament win here. They are retreating. They may be able to recover here. The most important thing is to recover as other teams fight. Reps taking down someone. NRG, Rocker, down to 75 HP. This is intense.
And it all comes down to Tech's team. Can they rain on the parade of all three of these teams? They're the last hope alive for the rest of this lobby. If they get taken out, it is over. Actually, all three squads, I take that back, they actually did get taken out. So all three squads remain are teams that are match point eligible. It comes down to this. This is the last game. This is the final game as NRG is going to push against TSM. They find themselves in a 3v3 and CLG is just waiting and watching it all happen.
They're just trying to apply pressure to the other teams and hope and pray that they're going to end up fighting, but this is going to come down until the last second. Everyone should be playing this safe as for now. NRG, they have high ground over CLG over here. TSM kind of in the back, just waiting for something to happen. TSM just waiting to pounce on these two teams and get that third party. Will it actually end up happening? 6 seconds left. The zone is about to close in.
And this is a pretty even zone in terms of where it's going to collapse onto for all three teams. Take a look at the top left of your screen. You'll see the exact line as to where this ring is going to collapse towards. And it's central to all three teams right now, so no one with a significant advantage. If I had to give it to any team, it's NRG with high ground. But at this point, it's anyone's game, girl. The ring's going to be closing nice and slow here to close this one out. What a finish it's going to be for the winter circuit. Certainly indicative of how crazy this entire winter circuit has been so far.
It has been crazy, and TSM Imperial Hal with the Spitfire, the amounts of damage he got on just shooting someone with barely seeing their head. They are in a bad position though. NRG can see all of TSM, and TSM is going to go down. Reps trying to revive Hal. The zone is closing in very slow. They will be able to stay alive, but not for long. This, I believe, is up to NRG and CLG in the finale here. TSM is out. NRG pushing CLG on the low ground.
Here we go, NRG for the 3v3 fight. Great shots being put in from Nathan, the MVP. He's going to do it. NRG is going to be your champion of the winter circuit. Congratulations to NRG. They do it in game.